All right, all right, all right, all right. Hey, everybody. Man, I had technical difficulty this morning. Woo! Everything was happening here in Sacramento. Bunch of ash. Man, yesterday seemed like a day of Wizard of Oz. There was so much ash in the air. I got up this morning, there was ash on the vehicles, so had to go somewhere, wipe the ash down. Come outside, man, there's leaves everywhere. So I had to do the leaves, then I come in and my technology's not working. But it's still a good day. It's a great day. Glad you're joining me. Boy, I'm telling you, woo, good things are happening. I can't stop saying I'm super excited, but I am excited. Reason why? I feel like there's a new season, a new rush of energy, a new rush of profits, a new rush of prosperity, a new mission, a renewed mission to help these homeowners and foreclosures keep their home with a brilliant strategy that I've been using for the last 19 years, okay? And as you start to do this more like I have, I've done this so many years. I enjoy what I do, that it's a love, it's a work of art. I consider myself like any athlete that has a passion for what they do. That's the way I am. Any recording artist that loves to make music, to be in the studio countless hours, that's the way I am. That's the way I am. I love real estate. I'm always studying real estate. I love talking about real estate. I love teaching real estate. I love making videos about real estate because it's been so good to me, and I'm just trying to help as many people as I can make an impact on their lives. I met someone in one of my communities, and this person would always post nice things and encouragement. And she's still doing it to this day on my videos. Hello, how are you? If you want to leave a comment, say hello, please do. Glad you can join us today. Again, my name is Terry Bontemps. My phone number is 916-470-3869, 916-470-3869. If you'd like to talk to me about real estate, you'd like to talk to me maybe about, you have some real estate, a house that, you're having some challenges on, please call me. Anything real estate related, let's talk. So again, this person has always been very nice to me. So she has a women's organization. And I do believe it's predominantly women. And she invited me to be a board member. And I was really honored. And so I'm a part of the San Diego chapter. And I got a message yesterday from the leader of the San Diego group. And let me just read it because my technology wasn't working, so I'm going to have to go off my smartphone here. But she asked me a question. She asked me, as an advisory board member, how will you help this organization? And what I want to read to you guys, I sat down and really, man, I racked my brain as to who I am and what I'm doing right now. That's always fun when somebody asks you, who are you and what do you do? And I love portraying myself in a certain way. So I'm going to read this to you. Bring to the table. Okay. So again, I'm trying to tell them, or tell this one young lady what I bring to the table, and I'm pretty sure I'm the only male. I'm pretty sure I'm the only male that's been accepted into this membership for this San Diego area. Here's what I wrote. How I will help the organization. I will provide financial empowerment, financial literacy, and financial education training to help our community to learn about cash flow, real estate, finance, building wealth, estate planning, and debt-free living through books, videos, challenges, and live streaming. Financial literacy is the ability to understand the numbers and basic principles of real estate, investing, and finance. Real estate is the, let me say that again. Real estate is the greatest wealth builder of all times. Let me read that again. That didn't come out right. Financial literacy is the ability to understand the numbers and basic principles of real estate investing and finance. Real estate is the greatest wealth builder of all time. More millionaires have been created from real estate than any other industry. I have real estate software, games, and mobile apps that I have developed for iOS and Android smartphones that educate adults and children about real estate investing, financial concepts, and business. I developed and created products to teach people how to increase, multiply, and have their money work hard for them instead of them working hard for money. Financial education is the key to financial success, especially in today's world. It's extremely important that in our community, we learn about investing, real estate, home ownership, income producing property, and how to build wealth. The reality is nobody is going to get ahead getting paid by the hour. That's living paycheck to paycheck. You have to have equity in something. Real estate, income producing property, intellectual property, and or a business to have any chance of having any wealth. It's just like the equity in our homes. We have equity in our homes, and when they appreciate, that's really where the majority of the wealth is across the country. For people working by the hour and they don't own a home, they need to figure out how to get ownership and equity. This is the only way to close the income equality wealth gap in our community. We need to teach our community about equity, intellectual property, ownership of our own businesses, our own homes, and income producing real estate to have an impact so that we can make a difference in people's lives. In order for you to build and have wealth, you have to know how wealth is built. And the predominant way wealth is made in this country is by owning real estate. Unless you grew up around wealth, business, investing, property ownership, and real estate, you have probably never been taught about how to achieve the American dream. This is what I do, and this is what I teach. This is what I bring to the table as an advisory board member for this organization. If you have any further questions, please let me know. The information above is what I would like to describe who Terry Bontemps is for any print material, marketing, ads, bios, etc. Thank you. Now, this is the response I received from the person that leads the San Diego chapter. Wow. This is amazing. If you're ever in my hometown of San Diego, please let me know. I would love to meet for dinner. Actually, a few of my mentors are real estate investors, and pretty much everything you said is what they've taught me. Glad to have you in our organization. We are more women. We as women need to know more about real estate and finance. See, this is what makes it all worth it, you guys. This is what makes it worth it simply because, you know, I got a little, give me 1 second here, flashlight, while you're on. Okay. This is why I enjoy what I do. Plus, my karate instructor, when I learned from my karate instructor, he told me, he says, Terry, if you really want to know your arts really well, to teach it. And I took that to heart. And I'm telling you, you do learn something more. You do improve when you start teaching. And not only did I learn the techniques deeper, but I started learning about people. And I started learning more about how I can make my art better. Same way with my real estate. I'm always constantly looking at how to make it better. So what I'm going to start out today with is something I call KPIs. Key Performance Indicators. Key performance indicators. A lot of people call themselves investors. And again, I'm not knocking anybody, but you got to be careful because not every investor is an investor. Some investors are wholesalers. Some investors are fix-it-flippers. Some investors are landlords. Some people are trying to get it figured out, because I was that way myself when I started trying to figure it out. When the epidemic hit, I got a notice from my internet provider that my data was I was using too much data. And they said, well, we know people are at home now. And I couldn't figure out why I was using data. So what I like to do, I like to type on my computer. I like to have my jazz going. I might have the TV going with maybe some sports program or maybe a game. So I'm using all kinds of data, but I can't see it. Can you see data? That's like wealth. Can you see it? You can see wealth if you pay some close attention, but you don't see money flying in the air. Okay? So you can't go, oh, this person has made this, oh, that person has made that. It's hard to see. So wealth is hard to see. What I'm getting at with investors is this. A lot of investors will come around and say, hey, look, I got a great deal. I got a great deal. Like, what makes it a great deal? This is what Terry Bonton says. What makes it a great deal? Oh, it's by the movie theater. It's in a great neighborhood. 5 bedrooms, 3 baths. It's got a fireplace. It's got a firewall. It's got a fire pit. It's got fire everywhere. And so that's their description of what's a good deal. Fire everywhere. I'm not interested in fire everywhere. I'm interested in these dollars. How do I make money? How much profit is in the deal is a question I ask. They, well, hey, Terry, you go figure it out. Okay, so what am I paying you for then? Well, I'm a wholesaler. Okay, well, you got to tell me some things. You got to tell me how much is my profit. What is my investment that I need to take out of my pocket? What is my ROI? What is my profit margin percentage? And how long is it going to take me to do the deal? And the majority of people that I talk to, not only wholesalers, they don't have a clue. So it's like, oh, Terry, you go out and figure it out. Well, look, I got 20 wholesalers that are working. And all 20 of them called me and they said the same thing. Guess what? I don't have time to go out and drive and look at all these fire houses when none of them may even be a deal. So what did I do? I wasted my whole day, 2 days, 3 days riding around to worthless houses because these investors call themselves investors, but they don't know how to increase and multiply their money. That's what an investor does. An investor increases and multiplies their money. They take their dollars and they make them grow. They multiply, they increase. That's an investor. A person that goes around and finds these things and talks about the fire pit, the firewall, the fire, those are not investors. So you got to be real careful. Don't become one of them. And unfortunately, a lot of them are doing the same thing. They're all in the Me Too group. Me too, me too, me too. I'm a wholesaler. Me too, me too. I've got a fire pit, a firewall, a fireplace. And hey, give me $5,000, $10,000, $20,000. I'll flip this to you. Don't be a Me Too. They're commodities. You got to learn how to take your money, invest your money, understand the KPIs, understand, just like my internet company told me, where the data is going and how I'm using that data. Okay? You don't want to borrow money from people as an investor, and you can't tell them what their profit's going to be, what their ROI is going to be, what their total investment's going to be, what their profit margin percentage is going to be, and what their time frame of getting their money back. You got to disclose. You got to be able to talk the language, but you also have to be able to make videos and do live streams so people can hear and get interested from around the world what you're saying and what you're doing. You also got to be able to put it on paper. You have to be able to put it on paper, you guys. So, let me just do something real quickly here. I'm going to show you guys what I mean about knowing exactly what you're doing, okay? Again, you got to understand that real estate investors, what they do is they increase their money. They make money, and they also know how to use the formulas to make the money. So, I'm going to start with the key indicators that we're looking for. And what I mean by the key indicators is this. This house, get this right, this house has key indicators. The key indicators are the information underneath it, the paperwork, okay? That's the key indicators. I'm gonna take you through this so you guys understand it. Well, there goes the house. I won't be able to use that no more today. All right, so what I gotta know is how much is my profit, okay? I'm an investor, you're an investor, you're trying to work with investors, you wanna work with people that have money. People say, well, Terry, I don't have any money. Well, I said, you're gonna have to find, hi Jill, how are you? You're gonna have to find people with money to invest so you can get out of that wholesaling business. So I already showed you gotta show them their profit, okay? You gotta tell them how much they need to invest in order to do that deal. You have to tell them what the ROI is. These are called key performance indicators. How long is it going to take for them to get their investment back? This is what you should know also. How long is it going to take you to get your investment back when you invest in real estate or whether you invest, period. Okay? Again, the payback period. I'll talk about the payback period. Okay? And then you have to know the profit margin percentage. How much of this deal is purely profit and it's based on the percentage? Okay? Is there equity in the property? Equity in the property. Again, I'm going over the KPIs, key performance indicators that you got to know in order to do a real estate deal. And if you don't have these, you really don't know what you're doing, you guys. You're talking off the top of your head, and then when someone says, okay, could you put something on paper so I can see it, you don't have nothing. You're just talking. You're making up stuff. I guarantee you, if you did it a second time to that same person, it'll change. Come on, that ain't the way to be no real estate investor. Last one is buying on the dollar. What are you buying real estate for the dollar on? Now that I've given you guys those key performance indicators, I'm gonna go back through them one more time, and I'm gonna give you the definition of how you calculate. So, number one, again, this is not in any order. Profit. It's your total investment minus your total cost. That equals your profit. Total investment minus total cost equals your profit. The investment is your purchase price, your flip fee, your repairs, your closing costs. That all equals total investment. Again, purchase price plus flip fee plus repairs plus closing costs equals your total investment. Next is ROI. Calculating the ROI. It's your profit divided by your investment equals your ROI. Profit divided by investment equals ROI. The time to get your money back. It's the total investment. We're talking about cash flow now. It's your total investment divided by your monthly payment. Again, we're talking about cash flow per month. That is what the time is to get your investment back. Or if you're in the flipping house business, when the house is sold is when you get your investment back. So we need to know that. Payback period. Depending on your ROI that you want to earn, okay? Depending on your ROI, what you want to earn, I know the time it's going to take for me to get my investment back, the payback period. So again, if I want to earn 8%, it's going to take me 150 months to get my investment back. I know that. No matter how much money I invest, at 8% invested as an investor, it's going to take me 150 months to get my investment back. Again, I'm talking about the payback period, okay? If I invest my money at 14%, if I'm getting 14% on my money, it don't matter if it's 1,000, 100,000, 1 million, 10 million, 100 million, 100 billion. If I invest at 14%, I'll get that money back in 86 months. If I invest my money at 25%, it will take 48 months. 25%, I'll get my money back in 48 months. At 30%, I'll get my money back in 40 months. And at 54%, I'll get my investment back at 22 months. How do you know this, Terry? Because I love working with numbers. I need to know every single detail, so when I invest my money, I'm not taking chances. I'm not going off emotion. I'm going off the data. I'm going off what the numbers tell me as to whether I'll make money or not. The profit margin percentage, that's where you take your profit and you divide it into the after repaired value of the property. And as a percentage, again, what is that profit margin number? The profit divided by the after repaired value. Equity, most people know what equity is, one of the simple ones, but I look for all these key performance indicators. Equity is the value of the after repaired value of the property divided by minus what's owed on the property. Again, what the after repaired value of the property is minus what's owed on the property. And what are you buying on the dollar for, you guys? As a percentage, the value of the property, okay, divided by what you actually paid for it. So what are you buying on the dollar for? Okay, I'm gonna show you a little later as we go through this. My student Ron bought real estate for 9 cents on the dollar. Holly, she bought for 2 cents on the dollar. Some people, some investors, when they're flipping houses, will buy at 70% of the value. That's what they were taught, to buy at 70 cents. My student Ron buys it for 9 cents. He makes $1.2 million. And then my student Holly, she pays 9 cents. Holly pays 2 cents, Ron paid 9. Holly's paid 2 cents. She makes $400,000 of profit in 9 months because I taught them these key performance indicators, okay? Again, some investors are paying over 70 cents a dollar. No one is buying real estate at the prices that my students are. That's why we're making some of the most money per deal in real estate in the country. Okay, again, why am I doing this? Because I have to go by the data to tell me if a deal is a good deal. When I talk to investors, I say, okay, what makes it a good deal? Hey, Terry, I got a deal. It's a fireplace, a fire pit, a firewall. It's got fire. I said, okay, what makes it a deal? It's got fire, Terry. I don't understand it. It's got fire, Terry. It's got fire. What? You're telling me a deal that you're looking at, you're trying to present to me, you want a flip fee, what you're gonna sell me is the fire. You're gonna sell me the fire pit, the firewall, the fire. I ain't interested in that. I'm in this business, and you should be in this business to make money, okay? I know how to look at houses. I look at houses as nothing more than ATM machines. When I look at a house, I'm able to look at it and tell how I'm going to make money. I have 11 ways that I look at houses to make money. And one of the ways that we're talking about right now, which is the most powerful wealth building real estate investment strategy that's ever been developed, is buying notes. By far, it's the most powerful wealth building strategy in the world. Just look at banks. Just look at banks and you'll see why they are the richest and they have the most wealth, because they're in the business of real estate and paper. The real estate is the right hand, the right arm, okay, of real estate. The paper, the real estate go hand in hand. A bank loans you $100,000 to buy a house. By the time you pay that back, you will pay that bank $250,000, maybe a little less. You'll pay $150,000 of interest to the bank because they loaned you $100,000 to buy a house. Is that crazy? No, it's not crazy. It's crazy for the person that pays the interest, which we all have to do if we don't have the money, and that's the only way. We're paying a premium. But it's not crazy if you're the bank, like me and my students are. We are the bank. We want that interest, and that's our profit. That $100,000 to $150,000, that is our profit. All right, let's keep this going here. My students are making the most money per deal in the country using the most powerful wealth building strategy in the world, the one that's made banks filthy, stinking rich, and it's called note buying. Now, again, an investor multiplies and increases their investment. That's the whole concept of being an investor. You have to know how to multiply and increase your wealth by investing in real estate. You have to be able to explain it. If you're trying to get other people to invest in your deals, you got to be able to explain to them what's in it for them. WIFM, the favorite station. What's in it for me? What's in it for me? That's what your investors want to know. So a lot of people say, hey, Terry, I don't have any money to invest. Well, guess what? You can be a wholesaler. But as a wholesaler, you're only making peanuts. You can go in and split the deal 50-50, just like they did in the Banker movie. The Banker movie, Bernard Garrett found an Irishman that had wealth. That Irishman knew that Bernard Garrett knew how to make money. So what did they do? They teamed up and they split the deals 50-50. So what does that mean? If you learn how to talk about these KPIs, if you learn how to talk like I do, if you had a professional presentation, if you had videos that you make, if you know how to put numbers on paper so your investors can see it, you can go out and do a presentation just like I'm doing right now. You can do it on live stream and say, hey, look, I'm looking for capital to invest in my deals. I know how to find great deals. I need capital to buy more, and I'm going to get you a great return. You ain't going to talk about the fire. You're going to talk about how they're going to receive a great profit, how they're going to receive a ROI from the investment that they put into you. You're going to show them how they're going to get a profit margin percentage. You're going to tell them how long it's going to take to get their money back. That's what they want to hear. They want to see you. They want to see you talk about it. They want to hear you talk about it. They want to see videos, and they also want to see you put it on paper. So if they have to call their lawyer, ask their wife, ask their husband, ask their dog, ask their cat, ask their neighbor to look this over, does it make sense financially? SENSE and CENTS. Does it make sense? So, talking about multiplying my money. I like to multiply my money when I invest. Let's talk about it. Multiply and increase your investment. That's what you guys do as an investor. You multiply, you increase your income when you invest. Ron, my student, invested $110,000. He made $1.2 million. That's a 10x multiplier. He took his $110,000. He got 10 times that amount back by buying that commercial building. Holly invested $9,000 buying a note. She got back 44 times her money. Holly made $400,000 in 9 months. That's a 44x return. I need you guys to go back, look at this, go back through these numbers so that you become a professional. So what am I doing? I'm talking about KPIs this morning. Key performance indicators of your real estate. Give me a second. I need to grab my house. Dropped it. Yeah, so a house. How does it make money? How do you make money with real estate and houses? Show me the data that this house is going to be profitable for me. That's what I'm talking about. So again, my student Ron, he invested $110,000. That's his investment. $110,000. He made $1.2 million in 1 hour buying a commercial note from a bank. Ron didn't know what buying notes meant from banks. He goes on the internet, he finds me, bam, I teach him. He makes $1.2 million in 1 hour on a commercial note. Holly made $400,000 in 9 months, and she only invested $9,000 buying a note from the bank. I met Holly at a seminar. I was one of the coaches and trainers for these seminar companies. Holly had paid $25,000 to learn real estate, and I was a coach. I was a coach. She paid $25,000, you guys. Let me tell you if that's a good investment. She made $400,000. Is that a good investment? You pay $25,000 to learn and you make $400,000. What is the return on that investment for her? Not only that, she increased her net worth $1.5 million in 10 months. She bought 18 notes in 10 months, increased her net worth $1.5 million. Why? Because I taught her the world's most powerful real estate investment strategy, and that's called buying notes. Buying notes is the most powerful wealth building real estate investment strategy in the world. And it will always be, because banks control the real estate, banks control the paper. And that's how banks get rich. I just decided to join them. I said, hey, nobody I know is doing this. Let me buy one of these loans. Started buying loans in 2001. So again, we're talking about the KPIs, you guys. The key performance indicators that will tell you if a deal is good or not. How do you know if a house is a good deal or a bad deal? It ain't the fire. It ain't the fire pit. It ain't the firewall. It ain't the fireplace. It ain't the fire. And that's what some of these real estate investors are trying to sell you on is, hey, give me $5,000 because I'm a wholesaler, $10,000 because I'm a wholesaler, $15,000, $20,000, $25,000. I got a house that I want to flip to you. You give me a finder's fee, and then guess what? You go do what you got to do and you make money. But they're not giving you any information. Me as a real estate investor, I'm trying to invest in real estate. I went to the seminars, I learned everything. I'm out here trying to buy real estate based off emotion, based on how I feel. Oh, that's a cute house. I love the fireplace and the fire pit and the fire. I'm gonna buy this, and then guess what? You wonder why you're not making any money. Why are you not making any money? Because you're buying off emotion. You can't make money off emotion. If you can make money off emotion, everybody would be rich and everybody be a millionaire. Why are so many people living paycheck to paycheck and working at a job they don't like, working at Walmart as a greeter, working at Starbucks as a barista, driving Uber and driving Lyft if you were so smart, right? This is not guessing. This is not emotion. This is a serious business similar to McDonald's. McDonald's knows the data, they know the details, they know the KPIs. That's why they're so valuable, and that's why they can open up so many different locations. It is a precise, well-run franchise, and that's the way your business got to be if you're an investor, if you're in the house buying business. McDonald's also is in the real estate business. That's what I love about them. They're into the real estate business. They buy the real estate, they sell the the hamburgers and the french fries, and they get the franchise fees, and then they own and control the real estate. Beautiful business model. So again, you got to understand the KPIs as to what's a good deal, what's a bad deal. You got to know what your profit is, your investment, your ROI, the time it takes to get your money back, the payback period, your profit margin percentage, the equity in the property, and what you're buying for on the dollar. Whoa, Terry Bonchers, how did you learn all that? Because I study, I read, I write, I stay up late running numbers in my calculator over and over and over again. I twist the Rubik's Cube. Houses are like Rubik's Cube to me. I twist it, and I look at it, and I go, okay, what does I see with that? What do I see with this? What do I see with this? And then one day, voila, bam, bam. I knew how to line up all the colors. Every time I look at real estate, I know how to make money. I got it figured out. And now I look back and I go, well, I wonder whatever happened to the world I used to live in, because now I'm a foremost authority and expert in this field, in this niche of buying loans from banks. Woo! I'm starting to get excited, y'all. I'm starting to get excited. Here's Ron's KPIs. Damn, Terry. Dude, you got so many numbers. I was up at 3 o'clock this morning, you guys. I don't start live streaming until 8. I was prepping at 3 o'clock in the morning, putting my paperwork together, going through it over and over again, working on my presentation, right? Because I'm loving this. Why am I doing this? Because I got students that have joined my coaching program. And I'm going to send this to them so they can look at with the key performance indicator graphs that I've made. So I'm purposely not showing the graphs right now because my students have paid good money to be in my coaching program. And I believe that they get a premium for that. So they get the grass, they get the looks, they get to see, and then they get to hear me on this video teaching them why they must know what I'm talking about. I don't mind giving away information for free. I really don't. I want to help as many people as possible. If you think my free is good, woo-wee! Come on, Terry. Come on, doctor. Work on it. If you think my free is good, wait till you see my paid. I work with you. I'm on the phone with you 2 times a week. 2 times a week I'm on the phone with you, one-on-one, me and you. What would your life be like if you could be on the phone with me, with my brain and my 40 years of real estate investing, my knowledge of the most powerful wealth building real estate investment strategy that's ever been developed, my students that have made $1.2 million in 1 hour, $400,000 in 1 hour. I've made $40,000 in 1 hour. Wow. What would your life be like financially if you had me to be on the phone 2 times a week, 8 times a month, 100 times in a year? The only reason you fail, and you don't make it is because you didn't do the work. It ain't gonna be because of Terry Bontemps. I'm dedicated. I'm motivated, I'm inspired. You know, and I get emotional about this, you guys. I hear people say all the time, you know, I bought this guru's course and it didn't work. All right? Put a little blame on the guru, but what did you do? What did you do? So many people buy courses. This makes me sick. So many people buy courses. They buy tapes, they buy books. And they keep doing it over and over and over and over and over again and over and over and over again. And they got no system. All you're doing is twisting and turning this Rubik's Cube, trying to figure out real estate. I decided, you know what? I'm going to mentor you. I'm going to train you. I'm going to teach you. I'm going to support you 100% so that I give you this complete. You got the complete package. You got my phone number to call if you have questions, if you get stuck working with a seller, if you're talking to a bank, if there's something you don't know out in the field, you need help, you just get on the phone and call me. Right? You call me so I can help you. Nobody offers that program. That's a $100,000 program for most of these guys that are real estate gurus. See, I need to spend the time with you because I know what I went through. I went through and I got the courses. I'm glad I did. I paid the big money. And then I could call someone to ask, hey, I'm stuck. What do I do? That person was my GPS. I'm your GPS. Now, you can't blame me at that point. You can't go on the internet and say, hey, Terry Bontemps sucks. How could I suck when I'm committing my life, my time, my knowledge, my expertise, my professionalism, my years of students making incredible money? How could it be my fault? How could it be my fault, y'all? Come on. Come on. If you don't do the work, don't blame me. Now, what does that cost? Whatever price I'm charging, you guys should want it because nobody out there is offering it for less than $50,000 to $100,000. Yeah, it requires you to whip out your visa. But guess what? I done whipped out my visa plenty of times, and I'm so glad I did because my return on my investment been incredible. I don't owe no banks, no money on my real estate. I am the bank. I have no debt. I don't owe nobody no money. During this pandemic, I have no financial anxiety. The only thing I'm worried about is keeping safe. I don't leave the house unless I have to, just for the necessities. I don't have to go to no job. I ain't working at no Walmart. Knock on wood, okay? I got nothing against Walmart. I'm no greeter, okay? I'm not driving Uber, I'm not driving Lyft. I'm not driving people around to have conversations to make a little money. I'm a real estate investor. I'm a wealth builder. I build wealth. I buy real estate. I own real estate, which is the predominant way that people build wealth in this country. I'm all in. I'm all in. Now, if you want somebody that's all in, that's willing to go over and aboard, help you, you need to give me a call. Why am I emotional? Because a lot of you are out there messing around. You bought every course, but you still don't know what you're doing. Why? Because you don't have the guy like me or the gal that built the course, that's successful in the course, that's used the course, that's proven strategies, proven techniques to help you and work with you. I'm not hiding behind no website. I'm not hiding behind no website. I'm straight out front doing live streams right now. Right now, I'm doing live streams. 8 o'clock in the morning, so I'm gonna get your attention. My phone number is 916-470-3869. Calm down, Terry. And I'm having fun. And I'm having fun. After 40 years of real estate, I am having fun. I lost 2 houses to foreclosure. I lost my credit, so I know how to do real estate without money, without credit. People gave me houses. A lady gave me 2 houses on 1 lot because I asked for them. Didn't need any money. Yes, I did need money. I needed $8,000. I borrowed that from my dad, so I really didn't have the money. I borrowed it from my dad. She gave me 2 houses on 1 lot. Today, I still own them. I'll never sell them, give them to my daughters. Those 2 properties make me $2,100 a month by themselves. $2,100 a month, you guys. $2,100 a month. How many of you, what would you do with $2,100 a month on 1 property? Just 1 property. Some of you want more. Some of you want more properties. Just 1 property brings me $2,100 a month. I have no debt. I can live off that 1 property, have some change to go get a snow cone, and throw $1,800, $1,500 in my bank account each and every month. How much is your mortgage payment? How much is your rent? If you're renting. How much is your car payment? How much is your student loan debt? If you got student loan debt. How much is your bills? How much is your next vacation you want to take to go to Hawaii? Take 3 months. 3 months of that rent and go on vacation. $6,300 from a property that was given to me. I didn't need money and I didn't need credit. Take 3 months. $6,300, go on vacation. Pay cash. Your next automobile. Come on. $2,100 a month, that's $24,000 a year. That'll get you something to drive, but save 2 years of that income, save 3 years, $70-something thousand. Hey, you driving something nice and luxurious. Come on, let's talk about KPIs, Terry. Come on, man. Bring it, bring it, bring it, bring it. This is why I do these live streams. I'm trying to show you guys the major impact I can have on your life. But you gotta pick up the phone and call me. 916-470-3869. 916-470-3869. You want to know why I'm excited? Because real estate has changed my life. Okay? It took me from a guy that was in poverty, working at some job I didn't like. I finally told him, hey, look, I'm out of here. I'm going to fire you before you fire me. I've been financially free. I've been time free. There ain't no true freedom like financial freedom. I've been free for so long. I never have to leave this house again. I never have to do another real estate deal in my life. I'm not bragging. I'm just telling you the truth. Come on. Do you want financial freedom? And if you do, I think real estate is the best way for the average person. Real estate is the best way for the average person to be successful and wealthy. Right now, during COVID, is a perfect time. Right now is a perfect time. Reason why people are sitting at home right now, okay? The government has issued a moratorium. You can't be evicted in California until January 31st. So here we are in September, early September. My tenants that have not paid me will be able to do this up until January 31st. Now again, I don't know what they went through, but they haven't called me. And I think if they were concerned, they probably would say, hey, Terry, we're having little issues. We'd love, work with you. We can give you this or that. But they haven't paid since March. So I haven't got any money from my tenant. So what that means to me is this. On January 31st, Terry Bontemps is going to hire his lawyer and he's going to start the eviction process. Banks cannot foreclose on homeowners. And I think that moratorium is going to be longer because they don't want the banks to foreclose on these homeowners and have so many people being homeless like we did in 2008. So right now is the time for you to find people that don't want to sell with realtors, that are dealing with the 6 Ds. The 6 Ds are death, debt, divorce, and distress. That's 4. I know I only gave you 4 again. Death, debt, debt, and distress. As a real estate investor, I'm looking to find these people that have real estate that are dealing with death, debt, divorce, and distress. Some of these people will want to sell their houses as is. They inherited a property. Someone passed away, and this property is stacked to the roof with stuff and junk. They are hoarders. They don't want nobody going in here, and probably no one wants to go in there except for investors like me myself, because we like that. Reason why is because we know we can clean it, we know we can get it turned around, and we can make some dollars. The average person ain't going to no ugly, stinky, hoarded up house. Plus, the person that inherited that house is probably a little embarrassed. So, hey, Terry, you can close quickly and pay all cash? Yes, I can. My last house, I closed in 7 days, all cash. All cash. But you can say, hey, look, I'll close in 14 days. That gives you 14 days to get the money or wholesale it to someone. Please don't go in there talking about fire this, fire that, fire this. Do the numbers on the property. So again, we're talking about the KPIs. Here's Ron's KPIs. Okay, here's the numbers you guys got to tell investors that if you're looking for money, this is what you got to tell them. If you are an investor and you like to make money and multiply and increase your money, you got to know this about the real estate that you're buying. So again, Ron, he made $1.2 million, invested $110,000. He got an ROI of 1,090%. 1,090%. He did it in 1 hour. Okay, 1 hour was his payback time. The profit margin was 92.3%. That was the profit. His investment was 110. He did 92% on the profit when he made the $1.2 million. He has equity of $1.2 million. And he bought that real estate for 9 cents on the dollar. 9 cents on the dollar, you guys. Let's look at Holly. Holly's KPIs. She made a profit of $400,000. She invested $9,000. Her ROI is 4,444%. It took her 9 months to make that. 9 months to make that $400,000. Okay, her profit margin is 70.1%. That means she invested $9,000 and made $400,000. Her $9,000 increased 70%. Our percent is her profit. 70% was her profit. Okay, her equity is $170,000. She left $170,000 in that property for the cash buyer. So when the cash buyer sold these properties for $570,000, he paid Holly $400,000. He had $170,000 left over for his profits minus expenses. Holly bought that for 2 cents on the dollar. Can you guys hear? I know what I'm talking about. That's the intelligence. That's the intellectual property. That's the kind of knowledge you get from me as a coach when I train you on a one-on-one basis. You guys like that? Do y'all like that? Huh? Should I keep it going? Terry, you got them on a roll. Keep it going. So let's go through these KPIs individually, and I'm going to let you go because I know y'all got a headache. Y'all telling me, Terry, I got to get off the phone and go take a nap, dude. You have made my brain hurt. I ain't never thought like this before. Ain't nobody ever talked like this before. I get people calling me all the time, y'all. They call me all the time and says, man, Terry, you're so energetic. Terry, wow. Man, you over-delivered on your free content. On your free content. That's the only way I know. See, I've learned that if I give it, there's more inside of me. I can get better. Just keep giving, Terry. Just keep giving. Just keep giving. You're a heart-centered guy that you love to work with people. You love to see them improve their lives just the way your life was improved. I sleep good at night knowing that my student Ron made $1.2 million from what I taught him. I sleep good at night. I'm like, man, Terry, you bring so much value to this world. Oh, I sleep good at night knowing that Holly made that $400,000 in 9 months because she took her mom and she brought her mom to live with her. She takes care of her mom now. Before she had a dead-end job, a dead-end business, and her mom was in a home. She made money to take care of her mom. Terry, oh man, this good stuff, y'all. Oh, I'm getting excited all by myself. I made $40,000 in 1 hour on one deal. $40,000 profit in 1 hour. using the most powerful wealth building real estate investment strategy in the world, which was buying notes. $40,000 an hour. Imagine if you hung around me and you were getting the knowledge to produce that same number, $40,000 an hour. How many hours would you hang around me? How many hours would you hang around me knowing that I made $40,000 an hour and I'm teaching you how to do that or more or even less? It's up to you to decide. It's up to you to decide. Come on, let's wrap this up, Terry. Let's wrap this up. This has been a great one. This is why I love teaching. Because see, it makes me go deep and deep and deep and deep. And if I ain't doing it for nobody else, I'm doing it for myself. Hey, at 61, Terry Bontemps is a happy guy. He is happy. He is so happy. Then what that song, man? I'm happy. Come along. And I should be playing that now. And I'm happy. Yes. Terry Bontemps, you are a mess, dude. I ain't never seen nobody have as much fun with real estate as you do. Why? Why? Changed my life. Took me from poverty to some wealth. I'm able to take care of my family. I'm able to do things. I'm able to have some stuff. Man, I'm able to have an impact on my kids, my daughters. I can help them so they don't struggle in life. I know struggle is good. It is good. But sometimes you gotta whip in. Terry Bontemps comes in and whips in with his dollars to make his daughter's life a little bit more pleasurable. My daughters need groceries, I go buy them groceries. Every time I go to the grocery store, you guys, I buy more than enough groceries. I make my wife not have enough room in the cabinets in the refrigerator, so my kids can come over and pick up some food, or I can take it to them. That's fun. That's daddy stuff, okay? That's mama stuff also, y'all. But see, that's what I'm talking about. I love loving on my daughters. Took them to vacation with me to Hawaii. They ain't have to pay 1 red cent. I told them, look, y'all do the planning. Y'all do the sightseeing. You set it all up. Don't worry about the money. Don't worry about the money. Just go do it. Boom. I was in Hawaii 7 days. I had the most pleasurable time of my life. Reason why? Because if I just did it myself, I'd been sitting in the hotel room with my computer doing my real estate. But I let them love on me. I loved on them. We watched the sunset from the beach. Oh my gosh. Oh, you got to see a sunset in Hawaii. That was so beautiful to see the sunset in Hawaii. Wow. Let's get it going, Terry. Come on, wrap it up, Terry. So, KPIs. Terry. Profit. What is the profit? Let's show it to him. Ron made $1.2 million. Holly made $400,000 of profit on their deal. So that's what you got to tell your investors. That's your profit you'll make. The investment. What do I need to invest? You're talking to someone that has money, or you have the money to invest. You need $110,000. If you're Ron, Holly needed $9,000. Come on, you guys. Y'all need to follow this. Write these numbers down. Go back and look at it again, because Terry Bontemps is delivering to you. What is going to be my ROI if I have the money, or my investors' ROI? Come on, bring it, Terry. Ron, he made 1,090% ROI. Holly made 4,444% ROI. Well, how long is it going to take to get my money back, Terry? Time to get my investment back, Terry. What's that going to be for you if you have the money? Ron kept this property. He kept this commercial property and moved all his employees into it. Ron sold his previous building. The building Ron bought was 70,000 square feet on 1 acre of land, so he's keeping and holding that property. Holly took her 9 months to get her $400,000. So again, we're going to talk about this payback period, which is kind of similar. The payback period, okay, is based on cash flow per month. Okay, it's based on cash flow per month, or from the time you start to finish or flipping, and you get the check in the pocket. So Ron, he ain't sold. He's still holding. Okay, he's a buy and hold. Holly sold hers, took her 9 months to get her money back. What's the profit margin percentage? Terry, I got money. What's my profit margin percentage? Terry, I have investors that have money. What can I tell them? Okay, what do you tell them? Your profit margin percentage. Ron made 92.3% profit margin. Holly did a 70.1% profit margin on her deal. The reason I'm doing Holly and Ron is because if you have my graphs, I want my students to look at those graphs, and you will always see Holly and Ron off the charts. It's just like that data I did with my internet provider. They showed me a graph and they said, boom, here's where you're getting close to capacity, Terry. That's where you're at. You only got this much more to go, and you've used all your data. So when I got that next report, it was like, boom, I had went over the data. They showed me with a graph where my data was going because I couldn't see it. These KPIs show you where your money's going because you can't see it, right? You can't see the money flying across. And most people are trying to sell you on a fireplace, a fire pit, a firewall, fire. None of that means nothing to me. Let's talk about the equity. What's the equity? How much equity is in the property? If you have money, you need to know that. If you don't have the money, you got to be able to tell your investors, hey, Ron, there was $1.2 million of equity. Holly, she left $170,000 of equity in the deal for the cash buyer. Can you see why the cash buyer was excited to give Holly $400,000? Because Holly left $170,000 in there for the cash buyer. Hey, you buy it for $400, you're gonna make your $400 back and another $170. Woo, that's how you talk, people. That's how you talk money. That's a presentation. Hey, I need $400,000. Could you loan me $400,000? Could you fund this next deal? We need $400,000. When it's all said and done, we're gonna have it up to $570. Okay? You're gonna get your $400,000 back, and then we have $170,000 left over. You can do what you want with it. Hey, look, you can go for a wholesaling fee for peanuts, or you can split it 50-50 like they did in the profit. The banker, that's 85 grand a piece. Or you go out and borrow the whole $400,000, pay the $400,000 back to your private lenders plus a little interest. You keep all the $170,000 minus expenses. Can y'all hear me now? Y'all hear me? Look, go get them, Terry. Go get them, Uncle Terry. You rolling numbers out right now. They sick and tired. They laying on the couch right now, passed out. They got a headache. They need some Excedrins, boy, because you delivering today. Let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. Buying on the dollar for. You guys will love this. Buying on the dollar for. What did Ron buy that real estate for? Ron bought that deal for 9 cents on the dollar. Holly bought hers for 2 cents on the dollar. Boom, that's KPIs, y'all. That's KPIs. I'm rebranding. I love it. I love this rebranding. I love this whole rebranding. Rebranding to be called Bank Foreclosure Millionaire. Why? I have 320 videos on YouTube right now. If you was to go to YouTube and look for something on how to be successful in real estate, it's spread out. It's spread out. But now what I'm doing, I'm condensing it. I'm condensing it. Hey, Terry, I need to know, how do I do a presentation so that I can borrow money from people to do my real estate deals? All right, just go to my KPIs. KPIs in my course will teach you how to do presentations. Go watch my documentary, Bank Foreclosure Millionaire documentary. That is the mindset that I'm inspiring and infusing into my students, of the mindset that we need to use right now during COVID-19, which is look for people that are having problems with their real estate. They're in foreclosure, or they're dealing with debt, divorce, and distress, and they have real estate. And I want us to go give them solutions. I want our students, my community of students, to be able to help people keep their home if it's possible. Those people that have those homes may want to sell the home. They want to sell it quickly. We'll buy it and close quickly, 7 to 14 days. Those people who might want to give the house away because they have no interest in it. I've been giving away 10 free houses, okay? That's the market right now during COVID for the next 5 years. We have to find people, help them keep their home. That's what the documentary is all about. how I've been helping people since 2001 keep their homes, and I made money. If they sell their homes, I made money. If they want to give their homes away, I made money. So we're focusing in on that. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I've loved it. I'm so tickled and inspired to be able to give my students a course with to the point. None of this read 15 books, none of this read 15 videos, none of this get on the group coaching call with 1,000 other people. You don't even get a chance to ask a question. It goes for 3 or 4 hours, and it was just a waste of time. Mine is straight to the point. You get exactly what you need. I tell you exactly what I've done. I have a mobile app called Bank Foreclosure Millionaire. You go in and you play this app. Got to bring it up. You go in there and play this app, and this app will teach you all these concepts, these KPIs that I've been talking about. You go into this mobile app that I developed, that I paid for, and this app will teach you how to make money. Bam! That's my app. It's called Bank Foreclosure Millionaire. You understand now? This Bank Foreclosure Millionaire, it's a brand. It's a brand. And I see it as a valuable brand. And right now what I'm doing, you guys, I am rebranding all of my training material, my videos, okay, my coaching program, my curriculum, the documentary. I'm rebranding it to be called Bank Foreclosure Millionaire. Bank Foreclosure Millionaire. Why Bank Foreclosure Millionaire, Terry? Because Terry Bontemps teaches. Terry Bontemps loves working with banks. I love working with banks foreclosures. I like to get foreclosure properties directly from the banks. Millionaire. Millionaire. Everybody. Okay? Most people want to be millionaires. Why? Because the freedom, the financial freedom to have some wealth, to be free, to be able to do what you want in life, to be able to spend as much time with your children, your family. You don't have to go drive an Uber for 12 hours and miss family time. Freedom of time. The ability to go on vacations and pay cash. Pay cash for your automobile. Pay cash for your kids' and children's, grandchildren's college education. To be able to donate to charity, the charity of your choice, to be able to donate as much as you like with no restrictions. How about your church? Church is going through a tough time right now. You love your church. You got some wealth. You can tithe as much as you want. How about your community? A lot of you like to volunteer in your community. 24/7, I've got time to donate to the causes I want to be involved with. How about your mission? What is your mission? Do you want to help women? Do you want to help men? Do you have a goal to help children, to educate? You're good at sewing. You're good at a musical instrument. You're good at, we all have gifts that we've been given. What would you love to do if money wasn't an object? If money wasn't the primary reason for you going to a job to make an income, if you didn't have to worry about that income, what would you do in life that you could do it 24/7, 365, and do it with love? That's what having some wealth in real estate could do for you. I love teaching. This is why I'm able to develop so much time to what I do. Because I'm financially free. I hope y'all have enjoyed this. Man, you know, I just keep raising the level, you guys. The rising tide lifts all ships. I just keep I like raising the standard. I don't have no minimum expectation. I'm always maximum. I'm always maxing out. I can't stand to go low and little. Poverty. I don't have a poverty mindset. prosperity, abundance, prosperity and abundance, prosperity and abundance. I'll see y'all. Have a good one. It's been fun. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate you. I want to wish you guys have a happy day, a happy